fever is really bad. It's really getting the throat. Back onto my path. There's quite a lot of laurel trees there. It's quite a good mix though. Some really attractive trees. This really isn't that far from the 38 now. Ow. There was when I looked on the map, I think I can cut through the other side and I can jump onto a national forestry track, which would take me down to the 38. I've never done it. Ow. But maybe one day. Ow! That's the trouble. The walking is bad. And these keens offer no support whatsoever to your ankles. Beautiful trees. Surprising when you start looking yourself at what's in there. It's such a mix. And I'm sure if I was walking with John Cooper would be telling me what bird was what. He'd be saying, oh, that's such and such. And it's doing that because you're near so and so. Sun's climbing now. What time we're at? About 8ish, 8:30ish. Quite late away. Oh, I'm walking on a cant now, so it's really twisting me. Quite like walking this other side because you just drop into a bit of shade and it just takes away a bit of the breeze as well. It's amazing what's in grass as well. The trouble is we spend so much time. You see that fine cobwebby? And that was a noise. Come on, girl. Over in the trees. You can see the little insects just jumping out of the grass in front of me. There goes the bird scarer. There's another one. I never see the point of them things. Scaring pigeons. I think they sit there saying, "That's the 4 lads. There's the butterflies." There's been quite a few of them as we walked. They're being disturbed. I think they've come into the shady bit for some reason. There will be a reason. There always is. So I'm walking, following that shady path. Just get into the shade, that's better. Just takes the glare out of the eyes. Come on, Moo. So, Just looking at how jerky this is. This is a bit of a hard walk in as much as... What's up, girl? What's up? What's wrong? Go on, get on. Look at me. I've got a limpy foot. See, she was stood there then, holding her paw up like this. Oh, come and get me. She's fine. Being a wimp. Stop being a wimp. Go and get on. Go on. She's a good old lass. I love these oaks. It's beautiful. That is my favourite tree. I love the smell of oak. Freshly sawn oak. Very English. Go on, girl. You see the Cornish hedging. It's like a little bit of a... You see the tree. There's a tree there. And then there's a wall that goes along. And that's how they build the Cornish hedges. Are stones with soil packed into them. And then trees planted in the top of them. Make for a very attractive, a very wildlife friendly wall. Go on, man. Very hard keeping this still. Ah! Go on, girl. Go on. It's just a gentle slope. Nothing severe. Another flutter by. Off we go. Nice to see it all. Just naturally just getting on with its day. You hear my click of my knee. It's really severe this morning. Not sure what that is. Or that. Blackbirds. No. Crows. Crows. Nah. Go on. It's a gradual climb which just raises the heart level a little bit. Go on, girl. Starting to get thirsty now. Go on, girl. Go, go, go. Good girl. Go on, lass. So I was looking back at it. And that in there is all, I believe, National Forestry Commission's Somebody's happy, chirping away. You take away the background noise of the road and you put it into silence, it's amazing how many different species of birds you can hear. Because there's quite a few going on now. I can hear them, but not very clearly. There's that woo woo. I can't believe it's taken me so long to be so in touch with it all, and not really in touch with it to any degree, really, not compared to some people. Some people are so damn knowledgeable. It's a shame, really, because a lot of this information should be passed from generation to generation. And my dad was really into it, but we never got out into the countryside. I think he would have done, but just health just knocked him back, as it does with so many people. There's an awful lot of people that would love to be out here and would just absolutely be just blown away by it all. That's why I never take it for granted, because there is a lot of people that would love this, an awful lot of people. I think it's so cruel that so many people don't actually get to witness this that would love to. I mean, what fee would you put on an attraction like this? What sort of price would you put on it? And a hell of a lot of construction in this area over the last million years or so. What price do you put on that? On the trees, the land, the rollingness. I don't think this is glacial, but we just take it for granted. It's there. It's like, well, it's just there. I don't think we actually pay enough attention to just how it got here. As people see a building going up and they watch it go up and they go, oh wow, did you see the big cranes? And it's like some wonderment. And then they'll see something like Notre Dame burn down and they'll be like, oh my God, it's been destroyed. And yet this that's taken millions and millions of years to produce, they'll walk through and not even bat an eyelid. Crazy, mad. They really don't get it, do they? You destroy this, it won't come back in 50 years. It won't come back in 100. You obliterate this spot, and that'll be it for a long, long time. So you've got to cherish it. Go on, Moo. I don't think Moo cherishes it really. I think she just loves sniffing. Oh, dragonfly. Whoa. I don't know whether that was caught or not. There's a few of them about. They might be in the top edge. Sorry about the whiz. Spun that round a bit. They might see. The dragonflies were out yesterday. They were in the top edge. Come on, Moo. This is a bit of a drag. I just like it's a very, if you're looking for inspiration on colours, what a very subtle purple that is. It's just a beautiful, not harsh, just a very beautiful subtle shade. So many colours in nature that are just, again, you know, you can take all your colour inspiration from nature. What works, what doesn't work, what goes together, what doesn't. Nature very rarely gets it wrong. Let's get up to the top of here. Just a little bit of a climb. Just gets me puffing a little bit. On 1950s trough. 1960s trough. I don't know, 70s even. And I end up in some posh place in London, and a set of taps as a contemporary bath. He's got his alkathene running through for his troughs, for his feeding his animals, drinking. And again, just the different shades in that, and how it's just coming into bud. I don't know whether that was in focus or not. It's that bright I can hardly see. Go on, Moo. So we're now climbing up to the top edge, which usually gives a little bit of shelter in winter because the prevailing wind comes right into that hedge. So you can walk this little bit here and get into the shelter of the hedge. Not too big a climb, but reasonable. Again, another field of good grass. Oh, I mean, you can't really afford to have these fields not working. I mean, Chris is paying rent on these fields and it won't be cheap, so you've got to have them working. But what a plus for wildlife when they aren't, because all the little insects that'll be in there would just be feeding birds left, right and centre. But there's too many of us requiring too much food, and hence the reason for having to farm so intensively. Now, I'm looking for dragonflies, and they were out in abundance yesterday, buzzing away. That's elderflower, isn't it? I think so. I'm not sure. I'm not a tree expert or a bird expert or anything. I should really look up more. I do try to keep my ears open. Try to listen for stuff. I'm disappointed we didn't see our red this morning. Although I have seen him in here, because there's a cover to the left here. A pheasant jutting around in there. They are funny birds. not blessed with a large amount of brain. It's weird, isn't it? When you want to see a dragonfly, you can't. They were absolutely teeming down here yesterday. They were practically bloody buzzing me. Good girl. I mean, this is what life's all about. A man and his dog. Moo loves it. Ow. It's quite a good tree cover all the way down there. Quite a lot of tree growth in the distance. I believe, and I don't know how true this is, but the tree surgeon who did some work for me said that Cornwall just about raped every bloody tree plantation going, and then realised very quickly what a big mistake they'd made. And he was saying that they've managed them fantastically well since late 60s, early 70s, to the point where they've probably got one of the best tree stock areas going, he said. I don't know how much truth there is in that, whether he was telling me a load of rubbish. That was just what he was saying. Certainly round here, certainly see plenty of what appears to be very healthy forests. So we're coming to spring barley field. Come on, Moo. Come on, Moo. How quickly you can leave one view and you can hit into another one, because that in itself, to me, is so beautiful. Never ceases to amaze me how you get such a beautiful level growth. It's almost as if they've said to each other, don't you get any bigger than me, you wait for me to catch up. It's crazy, isn't it? But stupid things like that, I mean, I know why, obviously, but it's amazing how everything sown at the same time, it's all grown at the same rate, pretty much perfect. Again, beautiful colours, such really nice greens. I mean, stand out in my shadow, but the greens in that's very blurry. Why isn't it focusing? I'm really struggling because I can't see the screen, which is making it very difficult. But I hope you can see that. Very dry. Could do with a bit of a splash of rain. Try to walk through it without damaging it. Unlike Moo, who just bounced through it. I don't know what size this field will be. 20 acres ish, somewhere in that region, 20-30 acres. So it's a lot of produce and growing well. after what was a very, very wet winter. So we're now now heading back to the cut. So we've done a big round loop. It'll be about 2 3/4 miles at the moment, I would have thought, somewhere in that region. And we've been walking for what, 50 minutes, 45, 50 minutes. So not a very quick pace, just a nice leisurely walk. But great way to start the day. Very good way to start the day. Go on, Moo. This is where Moo usually goes and has a flush, because the pheasants are down to the left, and there'll be masses in there. I know one year I've got photographs of walking through one of these fields and just coming up across loads of pheasants' nests with like 12, 16 eggs in them, and they would have all been combined, because I think it was due for being cut. I think it wasn't combined, it was probably grass actually. Which sort of doesn't interfere with the natural chain of things really, because pheasants aren't, I mean, they bring masses of the damn things in anyway, which wander around our garden pecking at corn and bird food. Go on, girl. And there goes the crop scarer. I call it a crop scarer, me. It's actually a bird scarer. It doesn't scare any crops. Look at that for a field. Nice. I don't think there's much better than just before harvesting finding just a little place in amongst all that lot to lie down and look at blue skies and watch birds and listen to bird song and just have this moving, and it moves just like a sea. It's beautiful. You can tell I've done it several times. It's a very tranquil place. The birds are going at it again. Never stop. I've always got something to say. You're a bit flat this morning, Moo. You should be flushing, girl. Go on. And the damn battery's low, which is ridiculous because I was fully charged this morning. It's rubbish. So it's coming to the end. It'll stop in a minute, but that's pretty much the circular walk because we're nearly back at the no entry sign, and there isn't anything else to see anyway. So that's walking with Worthington in Cornwall.